I'm here with the one and only Molly Mccann. She takes on Diana Belbiță at UFC Vegas 85 this weekend in Las Vegas. And first of all, Molly, the most common question everybody asks, how are you doing?
I'm absolutely fantastic. The sun is shining. I'm living my dream and I'm skinny. So,
Yeah, that's obviously I wanted to ask you. This is your debut at strawweight in the UFC.
Mhm.
Um, what make you do that transition to strawweight, and how are you feeling doing that transition going to strawweight?
I feel as if I was only kind of losing to the really bigger girls in the division, or the ones who were coming in 10, 15, 20 pounds heavier than me the next day after we'd weighed in. So obviously suffering two back-to-back defeats by bigger girls, I knew I have to make some adjustments. And looking at me now and the training camp that I've had, it's bittersweet that I didn't do it earlier in my career. However, the technical level of this division, I feel as if I'm now ready to go in. I feel like it's a fresh start. I feel it's like my debut. Get a good run and have a good go at the title one day. That is the plan.
Awesome. That's actually funny because you're facing a girl you fought at 125 before as well with
Mm-hmm.
Diana Belbiță. You beat
Mm-hmm.
her, and I think it's 2019, if I'm correct. It's been some time ago.
Yeah.
You beat her very convincingly, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna rematch her. What were your first thoughts when you got offered the rematch, and what are your expectations for this fight, the rematch?
Well, you know me, Marcel, and I think the world knows that I've never turned a fight down. Stylistically, even when I know it's going to be a tough night, I still turn up, I still show up. I'm a company woman. I think Diane wanted the fight when I dropped down to her weight division, just to see if she could get this one back. And I was like, really? Am I allowed this fight? And he was like, yeah, of course. I was like, let's go. She's improved drastically. Even though I've lost the last two fights in the last year, my fight IQ, honestly, it's risen so much. And I'm just very excited to be able to put the whole of MMA into play. I feel like at 125, I would strike and then sometimes get a takedown. But I feel at 115, I'll be able to incorporate it all because I won't be, I'll be as strong or stronger than most of the girls now, because I will have dropped down a division and I'm used to training with bigger people. So um, I see the fight, I see me finishing the fight. I know Diane's a tough opponent. I know it's hard to get the finish against her, or the work that I've put into this camp, you can just see it in my body. Like you can see I haven't missed a session. I've put the hours in and I'm just ready to show that.
Yeah, I gotta ask you this as well because last couple of fights were in London with a big crowd. There also was a fight in New York. Now
Mm-hmm.
you're back in the Apex. I think the last time you fought in the Apex was against Ji Young Kim. You got fight of the night in that fight. But
Yeah.
the Apex, I feel like you really feast off the crowd as well, the crowd of you. The crowd goes wild, you go wild. It's like amazing. And now you're in the Apex. It's a little bit more like cozy. A lot of fighters like it. There are also a lot of fighters who are like, nah, I really like a big crowd. How are you going into that with that in mind? Because I know you love to be from for a big crowd.
This I fight for to make people proud of me. I fight for my livelihood. This fight is now for me. I won't be listening to the crowd. This is a whole new Molly McCann. I'm calm, I'm collected, and um, I don't need to be, I'm not selling fights anymore. I don't need to be the joker. I don't need to make anyone else feel good. I'm going in there for me now. And I won't even hear the crowds this time. I'm just going to fucking go. The tickets for this is so expensive. I've literally just got my fiance and my mum coming. The tickets are about 2 grand. So um, tunnel vision straight in, get in there, and then afterwards, then we can go and party on. Then, but until the job's done, I won't be thinking about anything else other than what the task at hand is.
And after that, maybe when if the rumblings are true, UK event in Manchester, maybe later this year, gonna fight there. That's the plan, I guess.
I would absolutely cut off my right arm to do that, boss. I've always said Ireland, anywhere in England, yeah, that's it for me. I think the only places left on this earth that I would really like to fight that I haven't would be here. It would be Ireland, back in Liverpool or the northwest of Manchester, maybe Brazil. So, Rio. I fought in Sao Paulo, but I'd love to fight in Rio one day, and then I will have completed it, mate.
Yeah, but also, I mean, Liverpool is like there are so many talented and popular fighters of Liverpool now on the
Mhm.
UFC roster. It's like, and there's also talent, I mean, in your own gym, you got a lot of talent as well.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, the UFC is really like focused on London. They are now thinking about Manchester, but they got to go back to Liverpool. They've been there once. You have fought on the card once. What's the? Do you know what's the hold up there? Because I think there will be a big
It
crowd if they go there.
it's too small.
Yeah,
It's only, I think, 11,000 at a push, and I think the cost of to put a fight card on wouldn't match. They'd be hitting a loss, I think. But the thing is London, the atmosphere for the first few after COVID was amazing, and then I feel like the price was too high for people. Your MMA community probably don't make a lot. You're looking at grands to come and watch that kind of fight. Where, as if you take the fight up north, you get the real hardcore fans. It's a bit cheaper, and up north is just different. Down south, it's quite, the atmosphere is just different. Up north, we all stick together. We've had it tough up north. The north doesn't forget, so we're just built different up there. It's a little bit like Game of Thrones, we're a bit like North of the Wall, Wildlings, I imagine, to the Southerners. But yeah, it needs to. I think the UFC really needs to bring the UFC back to the north or back to Ireland or Scotland or Wales. But I think northwest or Ireland's where it needs to be, and you get a different flavour. The atmosphere is like fucking hell. You're seeing what it was like in Liverpool. You're seeing what it's like when it goes to Dublin. It needs to come back. Like
100%. 100%. I think massive support from out of there. So definitely. I want to ask you about the two women I don't know if it's really interesting to you, but I'm asking it anyway. Two women you faced, Stoliarenko, Carolina, both on the card as well.
listen,
Flyweight.
Caroline is going to be in the same change. Ooh, Caroline is going to be in the same changing room as me. Um, it's on here. We've never had a conversation before, but since the fight, but I will reach out. I'll say hello and stuff. Julia Stoliarenko, when I speak all the time, she is a brilliant human being, and it was funny when we was talking about. I was messaging her the other day saying, "Look, I'm in town. If you need anything, I can help you out." And she said, I'm just getting in on Tuesday. I was like, how was the weight? When she told me what she was cutting, I was like, no wonder you beat me. Do you know what I mean? She's cutting more for this than I've cut to make 115. So it made me laugh. But yeah, it's mad. There's and Diana Belbiță, I've fought her before. So this is my 12th fight now, Marcel. And I see people I know all the time. And I think there's not many who I have bad blood towards. I seen Ariane Lipsky last time, and we had a hug, and a nice chat. I think it's kind of only Erin Blanchfield who I don't speak to. She just doesn't catch me as the kind of person who would ever want to be friends. So I'm cool with that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, of course. Um, yeah, I want to thank you for your time, Molly. It's really fun talking to you finally face to face.
And
Yeah, and looking forward to the fight, and I want to wish you best of luck, of course, on Saturday. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time.
thank you, Marcel, and keep doing a fucking good job, lad. I
Thank you.
always appreciate your posts and stuff. You keep us all in the loop more so than even the UFC. So thank you, lad.
I appreciate it. Thank you.